Hello, this is S.K. Williams, and today I would like to ring in the new year. And for those of you who are new to this channel, it is in fact the new year. At least according to the Julian calendar, which this channel uses as its official work calendar. So, Happy New Year 2020! All celebrate the grand new year. And now, to honor our tradition, I am going to read the 20th Psalm from the Authorized King James Version of the Holy Bible. I shall also be reading an excerpt from the Gospel of John, and of course from Genesis chapter 1 to ring in the new year. So, to begin, I shall read from the Bishop's Bible, Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth was without form, and was void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness night. And even and morning were the first day. And God said, Let there be a firmament between the waters, and let it be for a division between the waters and waters. And God made the firmament, and set a division between the waters which were under the firmament, and the waters that were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament the heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, Let the waters under the heaven be gathered unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, Let the earth bring forth both bud and herb, apt for seed, and fruit trees yielding fruit after his kind, which hath seed in itself upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth bud and herb, apt for seed after his kind, and tree yielding fruit, which hath seed in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And evening and morning were the third day. And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of heaven, that they may divide the day and the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven, that they may give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, a greater light to rule the day, and a lesser light to rule the night. And he made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven, to shine upon the earth, and to rule the day and night, and to make difference between the light and the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, Let the waters bring forth moving creatures that hath life, and fowl that may flee upon the earth, and in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living and moving creature, which the waters brought forth after their kind, and every feathered fowl after their kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful, and multiply, and fill the waters of the sea, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, Let the earth bring forth living creatures after his kind, cattle, and worm, and beast of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after his kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have rule over the fishes of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and of the cattle, and all of the earth, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and the fowl of the air, and every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is in the upper face of all the earth, and every tree in which there is fruit of the tree bearing seed, that they may be meat unto you. To every beast of the earth also, and to every bird of the air, and to every such thing that creepeth upon the earth, which doth live, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was exceeding good. And the evening and morning were the 6th day. And now, from the authorized version of the Holy Bible, I shall read Psalm 20. This version is also known as the King James Version. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary, and strengthen thee out of Zion. Remember all thy offerings, and accept thy burnt sacrifice. Selah. Grant thee according to thine own heart, and fulfill all thy counsels. We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven, with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots, and some in horses. But we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen, and stand aright. Save, Lord, let the King hear us when we call. And to finish off this presentation, from the first chapter of the Gospel of John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that has been made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness apprehended it not. I hope you've enjoyed this special scriptural reading for the Julian New Year. Now begins my work year. I intend on trying to create a regular upload schedule to go back to my schoolwork and to go back to my professional work as of today. And I hope that I can appease those who listen. Later today, I shall be uploading the first ever episode of my college series, which shall be the introductions. And starting next Monday, Martin Luther King Day, I shall upload the series itself. Though I do wish to begin it on the Julian New Year. Technically, I began it, though, on Julian Christmas, because that is when I began the editing process to finalize the product. I will leave you to it now, and with one final word of wisdom. I hope that this year finds us new prosperity and new graces, that we draw closer to God and through wisdom and love to one another in the peace and sanctity of life, overcoming all obstacles, overcoming all pains, overcoming all burdens. With that, I leave you. Happy New Year. Thank you. God bless, and goodbye.